What was the number one word people used to describe Jesus during his earthly life? Teacher. In John 13:13, Jesus affirmed this, "You call me teacher, and you are right, for so I am." As disciples, we discover who we are by responding to who Jesus is. Because Jesus is a teacher, we are called to be students. In fact, the word disciple and student are interchangeable. The first role of a disciple is to be a learner. So in today's disciple tip video, I'll reveal the 3-step process that will help you grow as a learner so you can live as a disciple. Hey, it's Andrew with Into the Harvest, and this channel is dedicated to helping you live and share the ancient faith in our modern world. And this is the 3rd video in a series we're calling Discipleship 101. If you missed the first videos, we have links to them in the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe because our upcoming videos in this series will help you gain a better understanding of what it means to be a disciple of Jesus. In our last disciple tip video, we highlighted the 3 roles of a disciple. Disciples are learners, followers, and messengers. If you want to grow as a disciple, focusing on and living out of these 3 roles is the way to do it. In upcoming videos, I'll share with you how to develop as a follower and a messenger of Jesus. But today, we're going to focus on that first role of learner. Jesus expected people to listen to him. In fact, he made it the basic test of faith. In the parable of the sower, Jesus describes himself as a farmer planting seeds, and the seeds are his teachings. Jesus used this parable to explain that only those who listen, receive, and act on his teachings have true faith. And it didn't matter how little or how much people knew about God. Jesus expected them to receive him as their teacher. Even people like Nicodemus, who knew the scriptures and was a religious leader. Jesus challenged him, saying, "If I told you earthly things and you don't believe, how will you believe if I tell you heavenly things?" Receiving the teachings of Jesus will make or break you as a disciple. In John 6, Jesus gave some difficult teaching. Most of his disciples, when they heard it, said, "This is a hard saying. Who can listen to it?" But Jesus didn't back down, and as a result, many of his disciples withdrew and were not walking with him anymore. Jesus turned to the 12 and said, "What about you? Do you also want to quit?" Peter answered, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have words of eternal life." Now, Peter didn't understand the teaching Jesus had just given any more than the disciples who walked away. But he knew that was a reflection of his limitations as a student and not Jesus' reliability as a teacher. But Jesus isn't just our teacher. He's also our curriculum. In Luke 6:40, Jesus explains that a disciple is not above his teacher, but everyone, when he is fully trained, will be like his teacher. As disciples, our first and lasting priority is to learn Jesus. We're called to spend the rest of our lives learning and imitating his words, his works, and his ways. We don't start with Jesus and then move on to deeper things. We start with Jesus and then build our entire lives around him, bringing everything into subjection under him. A disciple is a lifelong learner of Jesus. And if we look at how Jesus called his first followers, we can discover the 3-step process that should guide our growth as learners of Jesus. In Matthew 4, Jesus was walking along the shore of the Sea of Galilee. As he passed by 2 fishermen, Peter and his brother Andrew, he called out to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." In these 2 simple words, "follow me," we find what it takes and what it means to become a disciple who is a learner. When Jesus called Andrew and Peter to follow him, he was actually calling them to do 3 things. First, spend time with him. Jesus wanted them to literally follow him, to put themselves in his presence. And it's the same for us. Jesus expects us to make time for him and to put ourselves in his presence on a regular basis. This is the foundation. But follow me also meant that Jesus wanted them to listen and learn his teachings. As they spent time with Jesus, they were to be on the alert, to be paying attention. He expected them to study his words, his works, and his ways. Finally, follow me meant that Jesus wanted them to become like him. He promised that if they followed him, he would make them fishers of men. And that's exactly what he was doing in that moment. He was fishing for men like Andrew and Peter. To recap, Jesus is a teacher, and he expects us to be his learners. What we study is Jesus himself, his words, works, and ways. And the way we grow as learners is to spend time with Jesus so we can listen to him, so we can become like him. If you want more tips on how to learn from Jesus, check out this video we recently posted. It's got simple steps to help you establish a regular practice of spending time with Jesus. And that's the first step if you want to grow as a disciple. Our next video will explore how disciples are followers, so make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell because we've got some amazing things coming for you in the weeks ahead. And if this video was helpful, please share it with others and on social media. It helps us get the word out and build this community of faith for the 21st century. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on our next Disciple Tip video.